Hello, and welcome back to Bard College. We've had a little break with, a couple of weeks since our last session, and we ended mid-combat, unusually for us, with the Starseekers having transported themselves via plants to one of the elven fortresses, Quenya, Nelde, at the request of a Nazi Bremini who seemed to be in some distress. That distress was borne out immediately as the party encountered a clutch of Maraliths, cultists, and other demonic or Saruki beings. And we're going to pick straight back up at the top of the turn order with Tilly as the elephant. I'm going to have to get all of my stat blocks up ready, but Tilly, what do you want to do?
Okay, so I can see the monster in front of me is like stunned or can't.
Yes, that would be apparent to you.
Anything. Okay, so and I think it was hurt already. I'm just wondering. I think I probably see the bigger danger on the other side. So I'm gonna try and move my giant elephant butt through the bridge.
Yeah, okay. So with those bits there, I think the scale's not quite right. It would be like difficult terrain with these barriers, I think. So what's your movement?
See how far I can go, yeah. Elephant, 40 feet.
Yeah, I would say 1, 2, 3, 4. You could.
I just wanted to get in melee with the one that's prone. Is that possible?
Revert an elephant turning round and then moving. Pretty difficult terrain. Yeah, it might be difficult. How about you roll me a strength check just to see how readily you can move?
Oh yeah, I could probably just run. Yeah, all right. Let's see. Go elephant. 24.
Oh yeah, then you
I just use my tusks to just throw
exactly. Yeah, you can get up to the prone Maralith alongside Tisha.
All right, let's give it a gore. With advantage for a crit.
Nice.
For a total of 32 piercing damage.
Nice. Welcome back to the game. First attack is a crit. 32.
And what is that? Tisha just next to it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The elephant does the little wink to Tisha.
Cool.
That's all.
So, following that about face, it's now all the Maraliths go. Yes. Now you've muted yourself.
Hello.
Hello.
The one that's not under my control and isn't prone.
Yeah, that one.
So in the middle.
Sorry. Yeah.
The last thing I did was cast Guiding Bolt on it. So the one that is charmed will have advantage on its attack against it.
Okay. Let's do that load of attacks first, then, shall we? The first attack has advantage. The Maralith, as you know by now, gets 7 attacks because it's got 6 arms. So we'll do the first one with a 25 to hit. I'll just do them all. In fact, it's much quicker to do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the first one hits. The second one misses. The third one is a crit. all the other attacks miss. So 1 hit and 1 crit. All the other longsword attacks hit. They do get a 7th attack with the tail, which will miss as well. Ugh.
Oof.
So it's a total of 32 damage on 2 hits, including a crit. So still not bad. So yeah, this dominated Marilith just descends on this. This Marilith that seems to have enemies now on both sides. That one which was guiding bolted will respond. I think it will do all of its longsword attacks back at the one you've dominated. Now, when you they don't have to make a concentration check or anything because you're the one casting the spell. Taking damage doesn't affect them, does it?
Each time the target takes damage, it makes a new wisdom saving throw against the spell.
Okay. So this is going to be a lot of wisdom saves.
Yeah.
And it has advantage on saves against spells and magical effects. So let's see how this goes. Attack number 1 hits. So that's 17 slashing damage on your one, and we'll make the Wizzy save. Do you want to roll the Wizzy save for me? I will tell you that you get a +8 with it.
Okay.
And you get advantage. Oh well.
Why? Why? Why?
Another crit.
Why did you?
Fine. So Dominate Monster is gone.
It is gone. However, it has used all of its attacks, so that's pretty good.
Cool.
That is really good, because they could have gone in Freddy or.
Yeah. Well, as this one slashes across the Marilith, it becomes apparent to the Marilith that Marilith is no longer dominated, and in kind of this kind of bestial kind of intimidation, this Marilith lets out a snarl and turns back towards Freddy.
Shit.
Yeah. So we've done 1 attack. We're going to do 5 more on Freddy.
Oh no!
1, 2, 3.
He's hurt as well,
4,
isn't he?
5. He's not looking too bad.
Okay.
Freddy's
Well, after
AC.
this.
Yeah, quite probably his AC is bullshit. So all of the attacks hit. Yeah, this is going to be bad.
Oh.
So it is a total of, sorry, maths. 71 slashing damage on Freddy, as he is sliced to ribbons. He's still up.
I don't know if this maybe affects this thing at all, but wasn't there something in the last game where someone had casted a spell or some sort of ability that was giving some of us a resistance to a particular, maybe it was slashing damage or something?
For the first hit, you had resistance to slashing, I think. But was that not Freddy?
I can't remember what that was about.
It may have been. Okay, I'll take 7 damage off that.
Yeah, it wasn't even to game it. It just reminded me of like.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Something going on like yeah.
Okay, this Marilith is then going to move around and its tail is going to whip round and go for Tisha. So, a 23 to hit Tisha.
Yep.
Take 14 bludgeoning damage and become grappled.
Ooh.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's the end of that one's turn. Just if you can just indicate that you're grappled somehow. And now this Marilith that's just got gored by the elephant is going to stand up and do some attack back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's the elephant's AC there, Lucas?
12.
Okay, so all but one of them hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The elephant is going to take 65 slashing damage.
Okay, so is the form's dropped and till he takes 12.
Okay, we will just move the elephant away. And we'll bring Tilly over here. Wait. Okay.
Okay. Minus 12.
It will then use its last attack to do the tail attack on Tilly, but is going to miss.
Yay!
Okay. Tisha, you are coiled in the serpentine tail of a Marilith as Freddy, bleeding from what looks like 100 different cuts, looks on.
Great. If I'm grappled, can I still cast spells? Yes. Because I don't do anything. I just use my mind.
Well, it depends. If they have somatic components, perhaps not. But what spell do you want to cast?
Wither and Bloom.
Okay. Does that have verbal, somatic, and material components?
Yes.
Okay, then you're going to struggle with that.
A withered vine twisted into a loop, but it does say VSM.
Yeah.
Well, then, is that a no then?
That's a no, that one.
Okay, right, let's try the bonus action first. I don't know if this is going to work either, but we're going to find out. I would like to... Okay, I appreciate I'm being grappled, but my cloak can still wither and snake around and drop a snake on the ground, right?
Yeah, you could absolutely squeeze a snake out of your cloak.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
where's the need?
Can I just drop a
Gonna
snake?
be helpful.
Like,
Just
right
drop
here.
a snake. Just drop it. Yeah. So I would like to transform one of my rogue serpents into a giant poisonous snake as a bonus action, please.
Okay.
It falls from the robe, slithers into an unoccupied space next to me, and acts on my initiative count. And it can tell friendly versus hostile, and attacks the latter.
Okay, bear with me. I've got plenty of giant poisonous snakes.
I can imagine.
It's giant size, so is that large?
Giant poisonous snake. I've got it open. It is a medium beast.
Medium beast.
Yeah.
Not really that giant.
Not that giant. Okay, so it's going to go here. What's the hit points that it has?
Well, it says 11 and then brackets 2d8 plus 2.
11.
Okay.
Okay, you can control that now. So it acts on your initiative, which means you can decide when it goes on your turn, at the start, in the middle, at the end.
Including this initiative.
Yeah.
Well, then I'd like it to attack the thing that that's grappling me.
Cool. You can
and it's
roll
a charge.
to hit.
I have to take that charge off. Roll to hit. Did I do anything?
8 does not hit, I'm afraid.
Okay. And that's a +6. Well, it's just going to be there. It's just going to hang around.
All right.
As a snake. Right.
It tries to latch on, but it seems the scales of the Marilith are too thick for the poisonous snake's fangs to penetrate.
So
that was your bonus action and the snake's action.
The Marilith's looking at it and he's like, "Fluffy, how did you get out?" I thought I locked you in.
Why am I not Giselle? That's what I want to know. What have I got? Thunderstep. Yes, I do, but that does things.
You'll kill Freddy. Oh
kill
no,
everybody.
you
Yeah,
could
it's
actually
within a
take
range.
Freddy with you.
Can I collect? No, I'm grappled.
Has
What
it
does
got
it use?
somatic components?
No.
Then with a word?
Is it
V.
just a V? Yeah, that's a perfect
V.
spell to use.
Okay.
'Cause you can
It
take
takes.
Freddy.
If I could take Freddy, and they must make a Constitution or take 3d10. So that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, how far can you transport you and
90
one
feet.
other person? Nice. So you can indicate where you'd like to go?
Where would I like to go? Measure. It's just like, yeah, just there. Just on the other side of the circle, really. Might like this.
Okay. So, pow. They have to make. Is it everything within 5 feet has to make a con save, is it?
Within 10 feet of the space I left, con save.
Okay, so that's Tilly as well. Tilly, the poisonous snake, the whatever that thing is, the brood guard, and 2 Mariliths. Cool.
On my own, I have to do a con save for my own snake.
Yes. Also, what is the DC we're trying to hit?
I think it's 19. Yeah.
19, and it's con.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the Mariliths are going to go with advantage. Both of them made it.
Bugger.
The brood guard now. Hold on. Brood guard con save. They fail, so they take how much?
18.
18. Yeah,
18. Oh, that brood guard's looking real bad now. As you explode out of existence, the thunderclap literally shreds some of the scales off of this serpentine beast, and he looks like he's barely being held together after that. I think that was it for my con saves. How did the poisonous snake get on?
Poisonous snake got 21. So
does it take half damage on a successful save?
I think so. Yeah, 9.
Okay, 9.
She's got two hit points left. Poor snake.
I got more snakes. It's fine. I've got charges.
Okay. So do you want to adjust the HP there?
Yeah.
What about Tilly? How did she get on?
Yeah, I passed as well. I am also going to use a reaction to cast Absorb Elements to have it again. So I'll take 4 thunder damage.
4 damage. Okay. Cool. So that was your action and bonus action. You're no longer grappled. As you escape the clutches of the Marilith, is it using any movement or staying put?
I've moved in
No, you've teleported. You haven't used movement, no.
I'm going to stay put.
Okay.
Yep.
Freddy really needs to do a big boy spell now, doesn't he? It's his turn. He'd look up at you like... Well, he can't heal, really, because he's a wizard.
The wonderful wizard of Oz.
Yeah, so let's see what he can do. Shall we try Cone of Cold?
Yeah.
Or shall we try something else?
A fireball in the middle would also work.
You see... Freddy takes his worn spell book and he flips right to the back where you see Tisha from just your peripheral vision. You see a few blood-soaked pages. And he said, I didn't go to Vudra completely unprepared. and he pulls out from his like one of his component pouches these Marilith scales, similar to the one red that you found on his desk, and he crushes them and he scatters them on the blood-soaked page before closing the book with a plum. And you can see you see this like creeping necrotic surge emanate from his booklet, which seems to target the Mariliths directly. Each of them have to make a con save, and they do not get advantage. It's a straight roll. So, 1, 2, 3. Good. They all rolled amazing. So only one of them fails. Just fails. You see the Mariliths all kind of buffeted by this necrotic energy. One of them in the middle takes the brunt of this beam, and their scales begin to fall off. They take... Hold on. Sorry, I've got things in the way. Take 37 necrotic damage, and their AC is lowered by 2. All attacks on on that Marilith now have advantage. The other 2 take half damage, and their AC is not lowered, and you don't have advantage on them. Taking damage. It's the one in the middle that has the low AC, and you have advantage on. I will just put a little green spot. That one is suffering from scale rot, which is the spell that he cast. Freddy's going to stay where he is. I think, or maybe he'll say. I think maybe he will. Yeah, he'll stay where he is. That's okay. Red, you're up.
Cool. Okay, so the incapacitated effect on this Glabrezu is it was until the start of my next turn. So right now
it's over.
It's over.
Okay.
So this guy's definitely still a threat. So if I could, I just last like if I'm taking a bit of a look around, like how much does it seem like? It seems to me at first glance that this bridge is pretty much like the only way that the enemies can approach. Is that accurate? Does it seem like, you know what I mean?
It would be very difficult for these serpentine creatures, especially the Marilith, to climb up. You can see basically like a dried up riverbed. So the bridge seems to be the only point of access.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. It's pretty deep.
Yeah, it's about 20 feet all the way down.
Okay. Cool. Do I have one of these? No, I don't. Right, okay, I'm going to use one of my 5th level slots, and I'm going to cast Wall of Light.
Okay.
Classic red.
I'll put the description. But basically, nothing fancy in terms of exact measurements. It's just straight across the entrance to this bridge, right in front of this Glabrezu, like catching him in its area of effect, possible. So,
sure,
like,
yeah,
you
could draw
like
it if you want.
Yeah.
I only just realised we've got Red's old token and not a Dragonborn token, but
yeah,
never mind.
Okay, we're pretty good with our imagination at this point, I think. I'm just going to freehand it because it doesn't seem to be very... Just like that, basically.
Yeah.
So...
You hit the Glabrezu?
Yeah. don't think I can use a beam of light on this turn. Just casting it on the first go, right? So
yeah, it uses an action.
So it's a Constitution save from Glabrezu.
Okay, they get advantage. Crit 29.
Oof, okay, but I think we still get half as much damage and not blinded. So how much did we roll? 18, so only 9 damage. Is that
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it. I think I have to hang on for the rest. And I'll just say something to Anazi and Rena to the effect of like, we need to hold this area down. We need to control this bridge.
Okay. Rena gives an accepting kind of glance, and Anazi nods. It's now Nain. Can I just ask, whose was this giant owl?
Mine.
Is it still there?
Yeah. It lasts an hour. I didn't use it on my previous turn. I forgot about it.
It's all right. Okay. Nain is going to make a couple of attacks against the Brood Guard, both of which will hit, and one is a crit. Jesus. This Brood Guard is toast. The crit.
That's so good, because she's the only one holding the back.
Yeah. Nain, she pulls out a short sword and kind of like ducks down and goes for like a driving blow. She misses with the first one, but then quickly turns the sword hilt around in her hand and stabs the Marilith in the back. Not the Marilith, the Brood Guard, and then twists, breaking its spine as it collapses down in front of her. She is then going to, with it, because that was her first hit, she's going to go up this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we know what's happening to this dude? Is with the symbol?
No, I was going to ask if you knew what the symbol was.
No.
He's the mage, right? He's
a mind whisperer. But I couldn't tell you what's happened to him.
Probably something Mir did.
If we can't remember,
I would have written it down. I wrote down all my shit.
Yeah. Oh well, never mind. He's going to get attacked with the second attack, which would hit them, which is only 9 damage. Okay. Then it's the Brood Guard's go. That first Brood Guard down there is dead. There's only one left. It's in the middle of... He's got all of his scales melted off. What the shit is he going to do? I guess he's going to lunge this way and go towards Tilly.
Great.
Where has it gone? Where's the stat block gone?
My snake can't take an opportunity attack, can it?
No, because it's still next to you, not gone out of the threatened area.
Oh.
So, 3 attacks from the Brood Guard. Bite attack first on Tilly for a 17.
That hits.
Okay, takes 7 piercing damage.
Are his teeth magical?
They are not.
Okay, so halved.
As it bites down, it goes to claw you, and you just manage to avoid it. But it does another swipe with its claws the second time, and it's a crit this time.
Okay.
For 12 slashing damage. Halved.
Also halved. Cool.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that draconic boon. That's really good.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mia, you're up.
Yeah. This thing in front of me is a mage. How's it looking?
It's definitely taken a hit or two, but against your power, it's probably, it's not looking too great, but against anyone else, it'd surely think it could survive.
I'm going to hit it with a good old-fashioned Toll the Dead, please. So it has to make a whizzy save.
Okay, hold on. Whizzy save gets advantage. 23 I rolled.
Damn it. Rolled 40 damage.
Does it take no damage?
Takes no damage because it's a cantrip. And then I'm going to, as a bonus action, summon my spiritual weapon.
Good.
Over on this one that's got scale rot.
Okay. Hold on, let me go grab your spiritual weapon. Let me copy you. Sorry. Here we are. Over by the middle one who's got scale rot.
Yeah. Is his new AC as low as 15?
Hold on. Roll20 does no longer enjoys me copying and pasting tokens, which is, since its update, is really shit. Okay, here we go. Is its new AC as low as 15? It's not, unfortunately.
Cool, I've done nothing in this turn. Thanks for having me. I'll see you in another hour.
I'll be here all week. That's a one turn, right?
Yeah, this is a big old battle. The Mind Whisperer is now going to go. What's it going to do?
It's just going to quit.
Just going to quit, yeah. Okay. The Mind Whisperer's eyes kind of grow in your sight. Both Naeem and Mia need to make a Constitution saving. Oh no, Wisdom saving first. Sorry.
It's against the spell, right?
It is, yeah.
I get advantage.
Yeah.
30.
Oh, okay. You're fine. This is tends to do nothing. Let's see about Naeem though. Wizzy. She's fine too. Cool. This guy sucks. It's Anazi's go. What can she do now? Can she see through this wall of light there, Red?
She cannot, so you can move through it, but it does block line of sight. And it's let me check how tall it is. So it's 10 feet high.
Okay. She is going to move back and 10 feet high. Yeah, she's going to move back and hold an action. Or maybe stay where she is and hold an action.
They will, if this is factored in any way, like if I use a section of the wall to shoot a beam, then that section disappears. So I could kind of I can almost make a window of opening. I don't know if she would understand how that kind of spell would work, but if that,
Sure she would. So she would say to you, she'd hold her action and she'd say, "Just give me a shot."
Okay, perfect. Yeah, cool.
And now it's the Glabrazi's go. So it took damage when the thing appeared, so it wouldn't take it again. But it can move through the light?
It can move through it, it just can't see where it's going
until it I think it would just charge on through light. So is it gonna take damage when it moves through it?
No, it's nothing like that. It can basically go through it. It just has an effect, like a blinding effect when it appears. Other than that, it's just when I shoot damage from it.
So as the Glabrazier goes through the wall of light, Anazi's held action is triggered, which was as soon as you can see the Glabrazier. which means she is going to spell burn it. Which should hit. Yes, it does. As soon as this Glabrazu tramples through, she does this kind of mystical spell burn attack for 25 force damage.
Nice.
It's a hit straight into the central mass of the Glabrazu, who lets out a wheeze. But it doesn't slow it down entirely. So the Glabrazu is going to it's going to do 2 fist attacks. One of them on Red. 14. Does that hit you, Red?
Yeah, yes, it actually does.
Oh, yikes. Take 8 bludgeoning damage. Rena is going to take 5 bludgeoning damage as another fist attack comes up. It's now going to do 2 pincer attacks, one on you, Red. The pincer attack will hit you, take 12 bludgeoning, and be grappled as it scoops you up in its claw again. And it's going to try and pincer Rena, which it will also do. So all of its attacks have hit.
I do 2 concentration.
Okay. So Rena and Red are grappled. Okay. So many things on the board. These cultists. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll move these up to similar areas. Hold on. Just get their stat block up. Can they do anything? No. So they're just going to use the dash action to get right up behind Naeem and Mia. If you're stood on the wall, they can be stood on the wall. Okay.
One full round done.
One full round done, and we're going to go to break.
Yeah, it's a good time for break.
Yeah.
And that's going to take a while.
Yeah. All right. Thanks very much. I'll see you at 10-2.
See you soon.
welcome back. Did you just tune in for a whole round of combat? It looks like there's more where that came from. Tilly, you're up.
All right. Okay, cool. So first of all, let me just ask you to remind myself, when using like the giant owl, did you say it will take something like a bonus action or something?
Yeah, it will only take the dodge action or movement on its turn unless you use a bonus action to instruct it.
I'll just let it fly there. I want to do something really cool, so I'm going to leave her. I'm going to look past the field at Tisha, who's flinging spells at these things, and sort of wave. A little halfling waves to you and says, "Hey, Tisha, this next thing that's inspired by you." And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my second wild shape charge to go into another form of a large subterranean lizard.
Okay. Bear with me.
Really?
Sorry, I'm just that's not that one. That's not that one. The lizard says.
What size is it? Large size.
It is huge beast.
Okay.
85 hit points.
Controlled by Tilly. Right, let's move you
Beautiful.
away. And let's put... Yeah, you're like kind of right up on that snake. And the...
Kirsty, I just looked specifically at your face. Beautiful, yeah. No, it's awesome. It's awesome.
It's gonna push these away, I think.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
And now, what I've never done before, I am going to cast a spell in my wild shape. From level 18, I can use beast spells.
This is some fucked up shit.
Those allow me to cast a spell and perform somatic and verbal components, but not being able to provide material components. The spell I choose is only verbal and somatic. Normally, I would never be able to cast it because of my rampant pacifism stopping me from doing this shit. But in this form that frees me up to help my friends, I'm going to cast fucking cold lightning at level 8.
Shit. So 60-foot radius cylinder. Are we just going to say is it? Where are you casting it?
Yeah, just sort of like in the middle of the thing.
Okay,
yeah.
That's fine. So it's going to take out this whole bit.
And when I cast it, I choose a point I can see under the cloud. A bolt of lightning flashes down from the cloud to that point. Each creature within the 5 feet of that point must make a dexterity saving throw and take damage or half on success. I'm going to try to get those two with one lightning.
Okay, so dex saves from them.
Yep.
Okay.
It's a 21 DC.
Oh, wouldn't you know? They both roll 21.
Okay, so they both take half of 46.
23, 25 damage.
25 lightning damage, yeah.
Awesome.
And this thing keeps going until I keep concentration.
Yeah.
So the storm just...
This lightning bolt shoots down between these two Maryliths who are almost slithering over each other. The one with scale rot takes the brunt of the hit, and loads of its scales are sizzled and fried off its mass. That one in the middle looks real rough now. The other one still takes a hit, but it's looking like it's got a little bit more constitution.
and the lizard uses its tail to wave to Tisha.
Cool. This is some powerful shit. Lizard casting lightning.
That's my turn.
Alrighty. It's now all the Maryliths go. I think that lightning bolt would shock that damaged Marylith into action, so it would move away. Tisha, your poisonous snake would get an attack of opportunity if you so wish.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if this does anything. 18?
18 hits that one.
Bite.
Okay. So it's just 7 piercing. Unfortunately, it's completely immune to poison damage.
Okay.
So, but the 7 piercing, this poison snake like latches on and bites down on this Marylith because of the scale rot. Seems to injure it more than it might. So as it slithers away, it looks really, really fucked up. And it's going to get back just to you, Tisha.
Yeah.
And it's going to get its attacks off.
Okay.
So it's going to do 6 longsword attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's your AC?
Oh God, whether to use shield or use another reaction is the question. No, I'm just going to protect myself. Shield. So 21.
21. It means 3 of its attacks will still hit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Take 41 slashing damage, even with shield.
Okay. Ooh, okay.
After it does that, instead of using its tail attack, it's going to teleport, which you can teleport very far. It's going to go here. Okay. This one is going to step up a little bit. It can... first of all, it's going to destroy the poisonous snake.
Fred.
Fred, the snake, that's what it's called?
Snake. Just in that moment, yep.
What's the AC of the poisonous snake?
It was 14.
Well, we all know naming it gives it +10, so let's just respect
24.
Okay, that snake is toast.
Bye, Fred.
So that's 1.
Snake on toast.
We're going to do 5. The other 5 longsword attacks on Lizard.
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's the Lizard's AC?
It's 14.
Okay, 1 of them will miss. 4 will hit.
Okay.
Okay, that will be...
I'll need individual ones for con saves, you see, against the spell.
Okay, so...
They're all going to be halved. No, she's got magical swords, doesn't she? So never mind.
Yeah, these count as magical, yeah. So it's 15, 10, 10, 13.
Okay, so it's DC 10 on all those constitution saves, but overall 10, 48.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, minus 48. And 4 DC 10 con checks.
Got close with one of them.
Just made it. Literally just made it. The lightning is still up. Lightning storm is still up.
Okay. Instead of doing the tail attack, it's going to teleport. Go that way. This one is going to rush up to Freddy and Tisha. So, no, not that one. Tisha, have 3 longsword attacks. What's your AC? Oh, it's with shield up. It's
21.
21. Only one of them will hit you for 13 slashing. Freddy is going to take 2 hits. One of them is going to be a crit. Sorry, Freddy. Yikes. 37 damage on Freddy. He's still up. They are going to... yeah, they'll grapple Freddy with the tail attack if it hits. It will. 17 more damage on Freddy is looking rough now, and he's grappled. Okay, that's their guy's turn. It's your turn now, Tisha.
I need help.
We all do.
Yes, with stuff I don't understand. Okay, so first of all, on the creature that is near, I want to blood curse as the bonus action. Yes, to blood curse of negation. Curse to be unable to harness magical energies until the end of its next turn. If the creature attempts to cast a spell, use a magical item, or activate a magical effect. I think you just said that the swords were magical items. Is that right?
They are magical weapons, but activating a magical item might be something like using a staff to cast a spell or an amulet to harness a magical effect. The longswords cause magical damage. That isn't technically a magical effect or activating a magical item. So I perhaps wouldn't do that against the Marilith because they've not been... They have just used a spell to teleport away, but that one, the one that's grappling Freddy, has not done that.
Yeah. Okay, so ignore that. Then this is the bigger thing. I would like to Ancient Vindication because I'm less than half my hit points now. If I put that into Beyond 20, let's see if you can...
You can draw upon the archaic magic residing within your blood for a short time.
A minute.
You gain temporary hit points equal to your sorcery level and con mod. So what is the combined number there?
Sorcerer 19. Con mod.
Constitution modifier.
Is +6.
So it's 25 temporary hit points. I'll put that on your character token. I'll put that onto your sheet. Okay. You've got you activated this blood ward. So I'm going to just put like a red dot here. So this means your armor class is equal to 8 plus your con mod plus your charisma mod now.
So con mod is 6, charisma mod
14.
5.
So 19 is your new AC, regardless of any spells like shield.
Okay.
Like that would add on top of that. You will do damage to anything that attacks you. Necrotic damage equal to a number of d6s equal to half your level. So your total level is 19, which would be 9. So 9d6 necrotic damage on any attack.
Okay, cool.
But you would gain new temporary hit points equal to half the damage dealt. Yeah.
Marilith's gonna find out.
Yeah, the Marilith is fucking around, and it is about to find out, I think.
And it lasts for a minute, and that's that. And I've got, I can do 2 of them within a short rest. Okay, so that is that. That was my action. So, actions do I have?
And you can talk to it now, actually.
Talk to what?
The last part of your blood thing means you can just have a chat with Marilith.
Like, you're going
The
to die.
Marilith speak Abyssal, but you would be able to speak, read, and write the ancient Saruki language. So, yeah. So that was your action. What are you doing with your bonus action?
Well, I think I am going to do some more curse. Can I curse again? Was that even a curse? That was a blood thing.
No, that wasn't a curse, Ancient Vindication. So you can do a blood curse as well.
Okay. 3 creatures that you can see within 60 feet. What creatures have I got left? I've only got 2, haven't I? Oh no, they're all over there.
There's more down
there. There are more, but 60 feet. This big Marilith might be in the way. You could maybe just about see this one. I'm just not looking at the ruler just yet.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, you could see that one just, and you could see this one, and obviously the big Marilith as well. So the Mind Whisperer and the what are they called? The Brood Guard.
Within 60 feet. Okay, yeah. I'm going to do Blood Curse of the Boiling again. So it's con saves of 19. Otherwise, their insides begin to rapidly heat.
Okay, the Marilith will succeed. Does it take any damage on half? Does it take half damage on a success?
On a failed save, it takes 2d8 fire damage. On a successful save, the curse ends. Doesn't even go on.
Okay, so the Brood Guard is crit fails. So do you want to roll damage for that one?
Each creature takes 2d8 damage at the end of its turns.
Oh, okay.
So damage at the end.
So it's a curse that it's... Yeah, okay. Hold on.
And if I cast spells on that cursed creature, it just deals additional damage as well.
Okay, let me just do the Mind Whisperer one. Con save. That crit success on that con save. So it's just the Brood Guard that's been cursed, I think.
And at the end of its next turn, I can do 2d8 to get it higher damage.
Cool. End of your turn?
Yes.
Freddy looks down as what do you think this protective blood ward looks like for Tisha? What do you think this blood magical barrier or form looks like?
Like a red mist.
Cool.
Like a float, yeah, kind of angry.
Yeah. So as this like red mist begins to emanate from Tisha and her the magic that's innate to her bloodline, Freddy kind of looks down, kind of almost scared, but he's going to try and wriggle himself free of this Marilith. Let's see what he can do. God, there's lots of somatic components that components that he can't do just now. Yikes.
Doesn't have a Misty Step?
Don't know if he does.
Rabbit Wizard.
Yeah. Oh my God, just give me something without somatic components. Yes, I've got one.
Nice.
Cool. As Freddy wriggles in the coil of the Marilith, he speaks a word, and the the Marilith, the ground beneath the Marilith begins to tremble like liquid. He has cast Maya. So, as it begins to sink, it's got to make a strength save. Freddy's spell save DC is real high. Oh, and it's going to crit fail. So the Marilith is now, Tisha, you would see, begins to sink into the ground, and is restrained itself. As it begins to sink beneath the ground, it can't take Freddy down with them. So Freddy is no longer restrained, but the Marilith is.
So cool.
Yeah. It's that spell in the D&D movie, like quicksand, where they like sunk into the floor. That's that one. Okay.
Really cool.
That was Freddy's action. He's no longer restrained. I don't know if he's got much in the way of bonus actions. No, he hasn't. So
he doesn't have any heal potions or.
I don't know.
He's almost dead.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have a healing potion.
Yeah, why would he? Well, fucking hell.
Preparation.
Preparation. He was just preparing to free you, Tisha.
Gave it me,
he didn't care about his life.
Yeah, he's going to step back a little bit from the Marilith behind Tisha in this red mist. Red,
you're fucked now. If you've not noticed.
Yeah, kind of expecting a charge from this, but I was not expecting the other two to pop across there with teleport. But I'm grappled right now, yeah?
You are.
So now this is the thing. I don't know if I want to use my action to shoot a beam from this wall or just use it for a totally different spell, which might be more helpful, but...
Do you want to make a perception check for me?
Sure.
We'll just see, as these teleporting Mariliths appear on either side, even though you're grappled, see what you notice.
Just 10.
Not a fat lot.
Alright, yeah, so for now then I guess we will...
You're cutting off, John.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you still hear me now?
Yeah.
I'm just going to take like an edge. I don't know if I can delete part of this.
If you drew it freehand, I don't know if you can just erase some of it. I don't know.
Just kind of, I can resize it. Oh no, it just moves it across. I don't think I did the full 10 feet anyway. I'll just take a whack off the end and I'll use my action to shoot at him. So, shoot a bolt of light.
At the Glabrazy?
Yeah, I have to roll... just like how can I do this without casting a spell? Need a spell. Oh, crit.
Oh, okay.
This is gonna be good.
How much is it on a wall of light? Let's just check.
I don't know.
It
Come on. Smoke this
you
fucking
launch
demon.
on a hit, they take 4d8. So I'm just gonna roll 8.
8d8.
8d8 radiant damage against this demon. Fucking
I'll do
hell.
I'll do a couple of 4s like this. There you go. 21, 18. What's that? 39.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I do have the ability where I can add my charisma modifier to a spell attack on radiant or fire. So 44.
44 damage.
Radiant
How do you
damage.
destroy the Glabrazy?
Oh
Such
yeah,
a
I
good
think
attack.
it's just like it's almost like you've activated my trap card. Like it runs through, but then as it like bursts through the light and it's not blinded from behind it, it's just like this flash, and then it kind of like looks over its shoulder as it starts to like disintegrate, illuminated out of existence. You know,
it was overzealous, charging through the light as its last mistake.
It's like freeze frame. At this moment, he knew he fucked up.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Cool. As the Glabrazy disintegrates in this radiant light, Rena and Red are released.
Nice.
Oof.
So good.
relief. I just need to adjust my token actually. My hit point.
And then immediately look left and right and crap yourself.
Yeah. So would I have fallen prone? I would imagine.
Yes, you would have. I won't let you take damage though.
Okay, cool. I think what I'm going to do then is.
In fact, make an acrobatics check or make an acrobatics check. We'll just see. Yeah, you're prone.
I only need to move 10 feet though, so if I can get up, and I'm just going to kind of assume that at this point it's obvious to everyone else you can move through this thing without getting hurt. I couldn't see through, so I just want to get to the other side because I've noticed
you're still cutting out a little bit there, John. Sorry, you said you were going to get to
my mic being a bit rubbish. Yeah, hopefully the Marilis can't see me if I step on this side, and then I can have a look at what's going on out there. So.
Oh dear, they can't see that you've run through the wall.
Oh, they can see that I've run through it, but I mean it obstructs sight, so they know where I've gone. But I can slip out of their sight. Is my. And then I'll just use my bonus action actually to healing light on myself.
Okay.
Which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 40. That's it for me.
Okay. Rena wasn't on the turn order. I'm not sure why. I'll just make them all act with. I think I was doing them all on Anazi's turn. I just forgot last time. Okay, Naeem's go. Yikes! Lots of cultists have run up. So she's going to do a couple of attacks. One is going to hit one of the cultists. Not for more. She's going to take out the middle one here. Gone. See ya. The Brood Guard now. This one is looking real rough. I guess it's gonna lash out at the Tillizard with a bite and a claw. What's the Tillizard's AC there?
14.
Only one will hit for 4 piercing damage.
And this is a non-magical one, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so that's only 2. Let's do that con check. Hopefully it won't be bad. No, it's fine.
Now, at the end of the Broodguard's turn, as it's been cursed, do you want to roll that damage there, Lucy?
Ooh, that's 2d8 fire, so...
Burn!
5 fire damage, please.
Is enough to destroy it. How does the blood curse of boiling melt this Broodguard?
Yeah, so the insides begin to rapidly heat, and should it have blood, it begins to boil. It gets to the point that that blood is just bubbling away, and it attacks the veins. The veins explode, and everything spurts out in a big, fiery, bloody mess.
Cool. Exploding veins. See you later, Brood.
All over Tillizard.
Sorry, Tillizard.
It's just...
you were in the way.
completely covered in blood. No, it's fine. It's great.
Okay. Mia, just with the lightning cloud just above, what do you do? These cultists and the Mind Whisperer have you and Naeem pressed almost back to back.
Yeah. I don't think I can move my spiritual weapon far enough to do any damage, unfortunately, but I'll move it towards that Marilith.
Mm-hmm.
And then since we're surrounded, I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians, please.
Cool.
Yeah. I will sort my aura.
Mm-hmm. So it'll happen at the start of their turn.
At the start of their turn.
Or when they enter it. Yeah.
However many D8.
However many.
Some D8. But that's it.
Cool. Well, it's the start of the Mind Whisperer's turn now, so he has to make a save.
It's got to make a Wizzy save.
Okay, gets advantage. Rolled a 14.
All right. For some reason, my roll isn't coming through to here. So let's just do this separately. It's 78, so we roll that and that. So 23 radiant damage.
Yeah, the Mind Whisperer is not expecting that, and as this like pink energy reduces its constitution, it's barely hanging on. What on earth can it do? Yeah, I was thinking about doing something weird, but it's just going to bite you and scimitar you.
Okay.
The scimitar is the only thing that will hit for 11 slashing damage. Okay.
Fine.
You're fine. Now it's Anazi and Rena this time, who I'm not going to forget. Goodness. I think noticing the Marilis on either side and Sontar being kind of exposed, they're both going to fall back. And Anazi is going to... She's going to cast Banishment on one of them. So I got it, but Banishment. It's not in the stat block. It's shitty. Can somebody who's got Banishment just post it in the chat for me?
I've got it there.
Is it 60 feet away?
60-foot range, yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, it can just about get to the Marilith. They've got to make a charisma save. And an Nazi spell save. I'm not going to say what it is. A gentleman never says, but
never ask a lady
fairly
a spell
decent.
Save,
So here we go. Oh, charisma saves are pretty good. Oh no, I get advantage, and thus it succeeds. So never mind. Banishment doesn't really work. Rena is going to fire their short bow towards the Marilith that has got a scale rot. Is going to hit it, and it only had 2 hit points left. So good night.
Nice.
Wait, is that the one that I cursed that won't, if it attacks me, it's gone? Is that the one in front of me?
No, it's not. It's the we're talking about the one up here now. Okay, so that's Anazi and Rena and Sontar. Glabrazi is dead. The cultists now have to make some Wizzy saves, I believe. They both fail. 11 and 9. How much damage do they take?
Let me see. 29.
Both of them like lunge towards you, and as they go to strike at Mia and Nain, both of them, they are caught up in like bands of purple weave magic that kind of stop them from attacking Mia and Nain, and the bands of magical energy just tighten around the cultists until both of them disintegrate in magical energy.
Fuck off.
Cool. Tilly, top of the round.
Okay. I'm going to use my action to shoot a lightning bolt just behind the Merilith, so it only affects it.
Sure.
Used to make a dex save at disadvantage, I believe, because of
Because
restraint.
it's restrained, yeah. It's not going to do very well at getting out of the way. But I think it would be a straight roll because it gets magic resistance. So I rolled a 19, so that's a fail.
That's a fail. So that's 39 lightning damage.
Nice. Unable to escape this column of lightning energy, it writhes in pain as it slashes out with numerous of its 6 arms, some of which are concealed in the stone below. Anything else you can do?
Ooh, I have a bonus action. I'm just not sure whether we're here to protect a Nazi, and she might get obliterated by that one remaining. But then Tisha and Freddy are in trouble too, so I don't know. I'm a lizard. I don't really know what's going on over there. I can't really see through the...
Depends what kind of lizard you are. If you're a chameleon, just one of your eyes could easily just turn around and...
there's a wall of light, right? So I can't really even see the people there.
Yeah, you can't see a Nazi or anything.
So. I am going to hit... because this is the thing I can do, and beast form is pretty fucking amazing. I'm going to hit Tisha with 6th level a healing word as a bonus action spell, which I can do because my action was an already ongoing spell.
Yeah, you haven't spent another spell slot. Cool. 20 hit points.
The lizard just sort of waves its tail, and like a green energy comes over you and makes you feel a little better. And the lizard wiggles.
Thank you, lizard.
No worries.
Cool. And D10?
Yeah.
All right. I'm just checking out this Maya spell. Hold on. Sorry about this. Maya, okay. Has to try. The Maya acts as quicksand. I think the Merilith can drown. So it's got to try and make a strength check, or it's going to continue to sink. So it's a straight roll, and it's a DC 21. It fails. The Merilith is still restrained and is getting sucked under. I'm going to say that it's going to get fewer attacks as a result of that, given that some of its arms are going to be submerged. However, it is going to lash out wildly towards Tisha with 3 longsword attacks. With the new AC, Tisha, only one of them will hit, and it'll hit you for 10 slashing damage. Take them off your temporary hit points first, don't forget.
And then because it's gone for me, stuff happens, right?
Yeah, it's going to take damage from the Blood Ward.
Yes.
So just remind me how many
I've got 9d6.
Oh, just 9d6 damage for hitting you once.
He gets a con save, I think.
Necrotic damage. When you are hit by a melee attack, the attacker must make a con save, and then on a fail, take that damage.
Oh, well, I rolled a 29 con save.
Oh,
So
no.
it doesn't take the damage this time.
On a success, it takes half, yeah.
Ah, there you go.
Half. Okay,
So roll it anyway, and we'll half it.
No.
Kill it. Kill it, Tisha.
66. That roll? Did that roll?
Yeah, 21. Are we halving that?
And then 3.
And 3.
And then add them together and then half it. So 33.
16 damage. Yikes. Okay. It's not dead, it's still up. And in fact, before its head sinks under, it's going to teleport to free itself from the quicksand. And it's going to teleport right behind Lizard.
Oh, you. Still probably just sand dripping off it.
Yeah, exactly. But that's its turn. That Marlis goes done. We've got one more over here, who's going to use, instead of its tail attack, it's going to teleport straight away and get straight up to Anazi and Rena, who are going to eat 3 longsword attacks each. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh dear. Anazi is going to take 37 slashing damage, which she does not enjoy. Rena is going to eat 2 crits.
Jesus.
And the other one's going to hit. So, Jesus, this is a lot. 52 damage on Rena, and she's looking real bad. Okay, that's the end of the Marilisk go. Tisha, this Marilith's almost sunk beneath the stone thanks to Freddy's Maya spell, but it manages to teleport itself away, and you can see it appear just behind Lizard.
I am going to use a bonus action to cast this spell, and then, or the action to cast it, and the bonus action to send it out. It's a traditional one. It's Crown of Stars.
Oh, whoop, whoop, whoop.
I am wondering how different Crown of Stars looks for Tisha, given her new mastery of Hemocraft.
It's still crowns, so the 7 moat of stars. But I just say that they were red with maybe they're dripping blood.
Cool, awesome.
Yeah.
So your action was to cast it, and then your bonus action was to send one of them towards the Marilith?
The one that just left, yeah. It's 120 feet, so yeah.
Yeah.
21?
OP spell at all. Yeah, it hits.
27 radiant.
Just 27 radiant. No big deal. This Marilith looking a bit rough now. As this moat of red magic leaves the orbit of Tisha's skull and flashes across the battlefield. Freddy now. Goodness. What can he do? He is going to follow Tisha's lead and cast Magic Missile at 3rd level, which will be 5 things that auto hit. 5 motes of magic. 5 times 5 is 25 damage. And now that Marilith is on its last legs, he steps forward and kind of regards your Crown of Stars, Tisha. He doesn't say anything, but you can sense the kind of shock on his face. Red, it's your go. You have just seen a Marilith kind of teleport to the other end of the bridge, but you would have also heard the blood-curdling cries, specifically of Rena, who just ate 2 crits. So where are you drawn to?
Well, yeah, it's like stuck between a rock and a hard place, but
I can't hear you, dude. Sorry.
Sorry, it's
Yep.
I think it's Discord, the way it's not very good at picking up the sound. Hopefully it'll be all right on video, but we'll find out. Anyway, yeah, I think it just I've got faith. There's a lot of friendlies over there on that side that I know are very powerful, and this is my whole point is trying to hold this entry and defend these guys. So I'm definitely going to run. I'm going to kind of run back over this direction. Let me just check the range on Wall of Light.
I think Wall of Light is red signature spell now. Would we agree?
Pretty great.
It's always yeah, you can always rely on it, you know.
It's the wedding interrupter.
Yeah.
Remember that.
You want to fuck up somebody's situation, just put a wall of light right in the middle of it, and that'll do it.
It's the response to the question, speak now or forever hold your breath.
Okay, so for the beams of light, it's 60 feet, but I think that's within 60 feet of the wall, is it, this Marilith? It's got to be.
Let's see. Yeah, 35 feet away.
So yeah, so we'll just shoot off another section. It'll be down to 8 sections now, so I'll just remember. And it was
Smoke it.
4. Oh, I have to do
To roll to hit.
Yeah, annoyingly, I can't do it from the. There we go. Oh yeah.
Oh, that'll hit.
Nice.
I like it. 48. 17 plus 5, 22 radiant damage.
Okay, you aim this surge of radiant light from the wall directly into the kind of lower back of the Marilith. It hunches over, looks like it's about to go on, but stops itself from hitting the ground by placing all 6 of its longswords down and bracing its fall.
Yeah.
It then waves its tail round and just turns round in one fell swoop to meet your eyes and hisses.
Yikes. Well, that's that
Well,
turns our attention
shit.
away. Is let me just check my bonus action. I've got the healing light thing, the range. Where is it? Okay, also 60 feet. So I don't know if I can see Inazi or not because of if the Marilith's
I would say that
or...
Inazi is just obscured. You can see Rena, who looks rough.
And Rena's hurting as well. Okay, so there's 5d6 there. So mark those off. So 14 healing for Rena.
Nice.
And I can't really move beyond that, so I'll stay there.
Okay, Rena kind of basks momentarily in this healing light and gives you an affirmative nod. It's Naeen's go, who is gonna shift around to here and get sneak attack, hopefully, on the Mind Whisperer. Let's see if it works. Oh, crit with sneak attack.
Nice.
Yeah, cool. 31 damage. So the Mind Whisperer is toast.
It's like a dagger in the back of the head, and she goes like, shh, shh, shh.
Yeah, exactly.
Go to sleep.
Nain will then turn and run towards Tisha. 1, 2, 3, 4. The brood guards are all dead, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So Mia. Nain's just dealt with the mage in front of you.
Okay.
What are you going to do?
I will hop down from the wall, and then I'm going to use my action to dash. But no, I'm not. I'm going to use my action to activate my tattoo. So I'm going to close my mind and succeed all concentration checks for the next round. And then I'm going to move 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's really hard to see, isn't it?
Yeah.
4, 5, 6. My movement, my action.
Bear with me. I'm just going to move the poisonous snake away.
Oh yeah, I tread on that.
Yeah.
And then is there enough? My thing can get to here. Can it bash this guy from
It
here?
can. Yeah, it can just.
Wait. Gonna take a swipe.
Okay.
30. Nice.
Yeah.
How do you destroy this Marilith with a spiritual weapon?
I feel like the Marilith must have been on its last legs.
Yeah, it had 7 hit points.
And as it goes to take like a deep breath, the spiritual weapon just smacks it around its head and it knocks it out, kills it.
Cool. And do you turn?
Yeah.
Sweet. The tide of battle seems definitely to have turned as Mia extinguishes this Marilith on the bridge. The Mind Whisperer is gone. Now it's Anazi and everybody else's turn up here. I think Anazi is going to use the opportunity now that Red has kind of caused a distraction. She's going to tell Sontar to get inside. So he's going to be off the map there. She's going to retreat back up onto the steps and not take Zaka's opportunity because they won't have seen. Anazi is then going to cast. Going to try banishment again. Sorry, could someone post it one more time? It's a charisma save. They are good at that. With advantage. They do not roll high enough, and thus Anazi banishes that Marilith as Rena also retreats. Rena shouts back to Red, I'm not sure how long she's going to be able to hold it. Come on, inside. And they run back.
Can I shout something back in that moment?
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to shout something to the effect of, you can't let them report what they've seen. Like, let them come back so we can kill it. As in, not like right now, but like I'm saying, like, you know, like, don't let it go all the way. We need to kill it, make sure it doesn't get back to Voudra. Like,
okay.
Smart.
Fair point. Anazi and Rena like look at each other, not sure. Make a persuasion check at advantage, Red.
okay.
Oh yeah, 26. They acknowledge your plea. I think that's all of the hostile creatures on the board, isn't it? So we will end the initiative there, even though I'm not going to take the turn order away. You can see Inazi concentrating on this spell. What would the rest of you want to do in this at this time?
I'll hold like a firebolt. I'll hold a cantrip. Get ready to.
Yeah, I'll get. We'll probably just surround the space and get ready to pounce as soon as it comes back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'd run up closer, I guess.
I get ready to bite it in the ass.
Yeah.
Where was the spot?
Up in front of the. Can you see here?
Yeah.
Steps.
Yeah. So Freddy's there. Tisha's. Oh, Freddy had been here. Tisha.
9.
Yeah.
This is going to be an execution.
Yeah, it's almost not worth rolling.
Yeah.
To be honest.
It's just,
I'm
just
happy.
thematic. Like
I'm happy to skip it and just go to narration.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll do that. Anazi, when everybody's in place, brings back the Marilith. And I will say they utter something in Abyssal just before they are royally executed by everybody. Who speaks Abyssal? Is it just Tisha?
not me anymore.
Yeah.
Oh no! Wait, no. Abyssal, I can't. Infernal, I've lost. Abyssal, I can understand.
Okay, so if you can speak Abyssal, I'm going to make you do a perception check just to see whether you hear the last words of this Marilith before it is terminated. Yeah, both are okay. So as this Marilith comes back, it's reconjured in this kind of like green elven magic. And it says, fighting is useless. Our plan is already in the advanced stages. And yeah, that is the last thing it says before it is executed. And yeah, I will turn the turn order off now. Anazi, having held concentration on the spell, kind of like drops to her knees. You can tell that this old, long-lived mage is powerful, but she's perhaps not got as much stamina as she used to have. Rena kind of goes to break her fall and put her arms around her as Sontar flings the door back open and shouts to you all, "Oh, thank you. Thank you, Starseekers, for coming to our rescue. Please, it's not safe out there. Come inside." Yeah.
That's what I want to hear.
Just trust you.
The giant lizard bounces off the door before it turns back to Tilly. And walks back inside.
Okay. I'll just take us back to the generic map for now. So you find yourselves in Quenya Nelde. Now, what wasn't apparent in that battle map is that Quenya Nelde is a bastion, a fortress on the furthest south territory of Menelambir. What you'd have been able to see from that perspective is some like modest infrastructure. There's a few buildings, a small keep, barracks, a temple, and this manor house you would have been led into is kind of pride of place in the middle of Quenya Nelde. inside, as you are led in by Sontar, you see quite a few displaced elven people, inhabitants of Quenya Nelde, who seemingly have been holed up in this manor house for what looks like a day or two. There's like bedrolls and rations and things kind of spread out everywhere. But as you guys come in your various states of kind of post-combat injuries, there's audible gasps as I guess quite a few of the people are quite scared. Some of them are not used to seeing this kind of conflict. And Sontar beckons you into a side room as he addresses the people there. It's like, fear not. We seem to have overcome the terrors which befell us, thanks to the help of these adventurers, our allies. Please remain calm, and Lady Bremini will address you once that we've managed to collect ourselves. And you're all led in with Rena and Anazi, Nain, Freddie, etc. All of you kind of go into this kind of private area. Rena sits Anazi down in this kind of almost like a chaise lounge. It's kind of very much like a country house kind of feel. Stone walls, kind of minimalist, pale stone, with like hanging tapestries, a fairly robust fireplace, and a few books and maps kind of spread out. It looks like a temporary war room at this moment, as Sontar kind of turns around and pulls two blinds down across the door so no one can see in. Anazi grabs a cup of tea from a side table and seems to cast a spell that heats it up in her hand as it begins to increase in temperature. Please, let us take a moment. I'm very glad that you contacted me when you did. Remind me, who was it that actually messaged it?
Yeah, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Me?
Yeah. Seems as though the Starseekers are worthy of their reputation, not only as selfless heroes, but mighty combatants. Although, oh, go on.
What happened here?
I returned home just over 2 days ago. When I returned to Quenya Nelde proper, there were reports, troubling reports, from the edges of the forest and as far east as Quenya Canta. Roving, demonic serpents shifting through the night, abducting people, foresters, farmers, people going missing. I sent my knights, the Knights of the Golden Worm, off to apprehend whichever Rosing forces could be captured. However, they did not return, and without their presence, Quenya Nelde was left defenseless. They attacked only minutes before you arrived. If you'd have left it another hour, I fear that Quenya Nelde would be completely ravaged. Your timing is Much greatly appreciated.
I'm glad we could help.
Yeah, I think we were just lucky. We were contacting you for our own need, but I'm glad that we could help you.
I had no idea it gotten so bad.
This is most unusual. Quenya Nelde is not my home. I hail from Thalor, but I had scheduled to. I sent a message to my knights ahead of time to meet us at Quenya Nelde. I fear I may have lured them away from the safety of their stronghold, and I'm worried I may never see them again. Once I've recuperated, I'll do my best to contact them.
So you haven't had any news from the capital at all?
No. Strange, I haven't been able to. Not that I've had much time to, but some of my confidants have either not received or not responded to any of my communique. So obviously something is afoot, but I worry that it's much further ahead than any of us have anticipated.
If your knights are as valiant and your allies as brave as you say they are, then they'll fight the battles wherever they need to fight it, I'm sure. But I think your concerns are granted. It seems to spread a lot further than I think even we expected. And I look over at Tisha at the Marilith, as they returned. The words they spoke, they said that they were in the advanced stages of their invasion or plan. It could be as grave as you think.
Then we have no choice but to waste no time and rest up as much as we can before heading out to find my knight brethren and to journey to Aranthalor. Answers will be there, whether we wish to hear them or not. I would just... who's got the highest passive perception?
Probably Mir. Mine's 20.
It's only 16.
Oh. Might be me.
Okay.
20.
Yeah.
Tilly, in this makeshift war room, you notice like a pinboard with various pieces of parchment attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
It seems as though Quenya Nelde, as mainly a kind of... as a bastion of Menelambir, you might imagine this is where local law enforcement is centralized.
Mm-hmm.
And what you can see basically is a load of wanted posters, a couple of which you recognize.
Jacob.
That would be one of them. You would also see Gilchrest's smirking face.
Okay. I'm gonna just quickly hide that one under something else as to not upset Mir. She doesn't need to see this now. And as I look at them and they discuss these things, I kind of excuse myself for a second. I just need to peek outside for just a moment. I won't go far out. Just literally want to go up outside the door and take the 10-15 steps to the body of the Marilith, right?
Mm-hmm.
That we killed and kneel down at it.
I'm going to just pause you there for a second. Now, as you step outside, kind of in a more relaxed, less urgent state, and you approach the Marilith, with that passive perception, even in this bloody battlefield, the beauty of Menelambir is overwhelming.
Nature side.
You can see the trees and plants and flowers and mushrooms, vines, flora, fauna. This is paradise level of greenery. You can see interesting plants that you might have only heard of, plants you'd never heard of. For a druid, Menelambir would be astoundingly beautiful. For an alchemist, it'd be a treasure trove.
Yeah. And I mean, technically, I'm not hailing far from here. Well, some distance now, but no, this would definitely just sort of, I think, get close, just and take a little bit of my concentration away, but also, like, it's like a de-stressant for me. So, but eventually, I focus back on the bodies. Kneel down next to one, the Maralith, and I'm just sort of studying its 6 arms and the build, and kind of take a general look, not with any major purpose, just sort of interest mixed with fear, maybe. And then I sigh and I look around and I say, Parthuzanozax, I know you're here. Show yourself, please.
In a cloud, they flutter their wings, just hovering above the Maralith. They look greedily towards one of the Maralith's 6 hands, which seems to be adorned with something. Yes?
Hi. I did not know this is going to happen so quickly, but I think it's going to work out for both of us, because my friends don't trust you, and obviously you have troubles with being stuck on material plane, but I don't think what other evidence you're going to need for your master from what you just seen here. Take the body, do what you want with it, but I think we're done, right?
Make a persuasion check.
There is clearly evidence of demon activity here in this putrid forest. However,
and you must have heard the elf as well. She was saying it's all around the coast.
My master is a stickler for details. And thus, I'm not sure he'd be entirely satisfied. He's not a mortician, he's a strategist.
Fair enough. I don't particularly mind you being there, as long as you're not, causing us trouble. The only reason I wanted you to maybe carry on is the sooner he believes us, the sooner he might provide some assistance, and I feel like we're right here. I mean, this fight could have gone either way. We could have been gone. You've seen it. You've seen us almost succumb to these.
Yes.
They're terrifying.
I must say I was almost disappointed with the pathetic resistance that these demon scum provided against your prowess. However, I shan't delay. As soon as we're able to uncover whatever plan was in its advanced stages, then I will report them to my master.
All right, no worries. What's the what got your eye on? You've been eyeing that Marilith's body since he reappeared.
I'd prefer not to touch it, but it is shiny.
What's he looking at? What is it?
It seems to be a ring on one of the hands of the Maraliths.
You know what? I'm gonna get I'm not gonna be stupid about this. You disappear. I'm gonna get my friends who know this kind of stuff. Come and check it out.
Very well.
I will go back and find Red and tell him that Marlith might have a magic ring we might use.
Okay. As you trance back, what the rest of you want to ask or say or do?
Yeah, I've just a general above the table. This is kind of like, so is a castle or an estate? Like, what exactly
More
are
than
we?
a state with fortifications rather than a fortress per se.
Cool, yeah. And there's quite a number of people, displaced people here.
I would say they're on top of the bodies that you saw, which amounted to maybe half a dozen outside. There's probably a dozen inside.
Okay, so I think what I'd like to do is I'm gonna, as soon as Tilly comes about, we'll go and look at the ring. But maybe just in the moments leading up to that, could I spend some of my dice from my dice pool for healing light?
Mm-hmm.
Just almost to just give a little bit of boost and support to the people these like displaced peoples. Just fix them up a little bit. It's just like 5d6. If I'll just take them off of my resources.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Bear with me.
Maybe like help them with some prayer, or I'm just trying to sort of ease their tensions, I guess.
Yeah. Hold on one second. Can you roll me a dice?
Any particular? We're just going for
D100.
79.
Okay. Hold on. Sorry, I'm gone the long way around. No, this is hold on. Sorry, I've gone to the wrong place. 79 is okay. As you go to heal one of the elves, they thank you profusely and kind of stare at you. It makes you a little bit uncomfortable, but then as they kind of get the courage to speak up, this male elf, who think they're a male, announces themselves as thank you. I am Durathil. I'm but a lowly stable hand here in Quenya Nelde. But I had been betrothed to a lady of an upper station. I'm afraid she didn't make it. This is all I have. And they hand to you a gold bracelet and a potion. I have no use for these things. If you can make use of them, and I hope they fare you well.
I think she maybe hesitates for a moment to think like she can't possibly take what he has left of remembering his wife, but I think I also want to like give him the opportunity to like this is like important to him to give to like show his thanks, and I feel like maybe he wants to take the weight off of the trauma of losing his betrothed. So he's kind of giving me this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take them, but I want to later on. I want to give. I mean, if it's just some kind of potion that doesn't seem too sentimental, we'll just use that. But as far as the jewelry, I give that back to a Nazi later on, with maybe like some prayer or something to go along with it, so that when he's ready to like get his head around it, it'll go back to him. I can't take his wife's jewelry. You know?
Yeah, you're right in that insight. Like it's almost him trying to process the grief by getting rid of the stuff.
Yeah.
But the potion looks unusual to you. It's kind of adorned in like very feminine decoration. There's like a charm around it with a very, very small pearl. And it smells, it kind of looks like purple and sparkly, and smells really nice, like lavender.
Yeah, I'll keep on to those for now, and we'll have an identifier on that a bit later.
Okay.
And then, yeah, maybe later, like I say, I give the jewelry back and talk to Nazi later on, but I'll just catch up with Tilly while, obviously, everyone else wants to do stuff.
Yeah. Mia, Tisha?
Yeah. Tisha's gonna say to Freddie, I guess I'm a bit different from how you remember me now.
He like is kind of like trying not to place his hand to a longsword like slash wound on his face that is just profusely bleeding. It's I think we both are. And he's kind of like wipes a bit more blood off himself.
Tilly.
Tilly. He's like, you can see now, like one of his sleeves is entirely drenched in blood. As you kind of come back in.
If I come back in, it's like, oh dear goodness, I didn't know you were in such a rough shape. Let me help you out. I'm gonna hit him with a 7th level heal.
Oh, okay. Big boy, straight away, as you place your hands onto Freddy's skin, all of these slash wounds close straight away. And
there you go.
He kind of stands up and like looks in disbelief. And he just kind of almost loses his footing.
I tried to grab him. It's like twice my size.
You pull like a footstool like just behind him and gently usher him down as he kind of looks in disbelief and cracks a smile back at Tisha in kind of wonder.
I'll leave you to it.
That's pretty cool. Thanks, Tilly.
Nature always provides.
Yeah, I just
Red, come.
Yeah.
I just
Go on.
I just want to say, like, you mean I've not really explained what happened. I mean, it wasn't easy to get to the point where I can do all this now, and I didn't give into it straight away. But they had ways of threatening everything, and maybe it's an advantage now.
You don't have to explain yourself, Tisha. In the time we've been apart, I really did push the boundaries of what I thought was possible in order to try and get to you. And along the way, I learned some Hemocraft. You saw that spell in the back few pages of my book. But what I learned is nothing in comparison to what you could do. That mist and the people's veins exploding.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty.
Do you know, if we went at war or whatever we are, both of us would totally be thrown in jail. And he laughs and gives you a big hug.
Okay, good. I just hope the rest of them are okay with it. But hey, like, I know what we're fighting against.
You've seen many more of these things than I have. And I've seen more than I ever want to see again. Oh, I need a drink. And he kind of sequesters Rena to try and get some kind of nourishment. Yeah. Mia, is there anything that you'd want to do?
Think with everyone off doing their own thing, then I would probably do something similar to Red. Go and talk to people and see if anyone needed some help, like healing or medicine checks or just someone to talk to.
Sure. Make a charisma check for me.
Whoa, both. $16.
Okay. With a 16, you notice. Hold on. You notice back in the main room a young female elf looking pensively out the window, clutching a charm around her neck. She kind of looks and then looks at you and looks away. And she just looks very pensive. She has like blonde hair. It's kind of wavy and tied up into a ponytail, as unkempt as an elf could look, which isn't very unkempt. They wear like a delicate green kind of undershirt, which is tied together with twine around the collar, kind of slim, fitting, like almost like jodhpurs, as if she also works in a stable or is some kind of horse rider or something like that. But yeah, she looks and then looks away. She's trying not to look at you.
I will go over there and say, do you mind if I sit down with you?
Of course, fine. You can sit where you may.
Thanks. Are you okay?
I've never seen anything like this before.
It must be very difficult.
When the monsters came through the forest, they crashed through the stables and spooked all of our horses. Thankfully, most of them are in tune enough with nature to know that they should get away. I just hope they've managed to find sanctuary somewhere under Coralon's grace. Just make an insight check, if you will.
Okay. Come on. 30.
With a 30, the tightness with which she grips this charm that you can now see is a crescent moon symbol, similar to some of the symbology that you saw in the temple in Felidranddor, that this person is a worshipper of Corellon. But with a 30 insight, it seems as though she's having a bit of a crisis, as if these recent events may have shaken her faith in her god.
You know, sometimes these things happen to challenge us. Sometimes the gods understand and they can't help, but they watch to see how you do.
And she turns round. And do you think we're doing okay?
You're here. You're safe. You're not railing against the system. I think you're doing wonderfully.
Something about you. Do you ride horses?
Oh, I kind of have, yes. Do I look horsey?
No, you really don't. You have totally the wrong frame for it. I hope you don't mind me saying. It's just something. It's just with a 30 insight, she gets this feeling about you. She doesn't know what it is, but she's very in tune with nature, shall we say.
Between me and you, I drank this potion once. I didn't know what I was drinking, and it did something horsey to me.
Did something horsey to you? Was it a potion of polymorph? Did you only drink half of it?
Have you ever seen a unicorn before?
She wrinkles her brow. Of course not.
They don't exist, right?
They're creatures of legend.
Sure. I believe in Mistra. Like you believe in Corellon, right? And that thing that I drank and my belief, I believe it made what you think is impossible a bit more possible. And as I talk, I want a little horn, just a teeny little horn to grow out of my, not full length.
She stumbles back into a rack of spears.
It's okay. It's fine. I'll make it go away again.
She takes one look out the window, one look at you, and then rushes out the door.
Wait. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with me.
What are you?
I have this power now. You saw me as
a religion check.
I am. Oh, okay. $16.
With a 16, she stills her fearful heart momentarily. And she kneels.
Oh, no. Please get up. This is not what I'm trying to say to you.
She is now whispering under her breath in Elvish.
Please, what's your name?
My name is Valindra.
Valindra, I'm Mia.
My lady, Mia. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm just a bit overwhelmed. I think I need to go. I need to go back to my stable.
What are you worried about, Valindra?
I'm worried about the horses. 4 stallions and a mare. Beautiful creatures, each of them scattered. I need to unite them. Perhaps
They'll be scared for a while, but I'm sure that they'll come back to you. If you keep your faith, that will help.
If you're as magical as you seem, and you see any wild horses on your journeys, please let them know that Valindra wants them to come home.
I will. I have a friend who speaks to animals. She can do that. I'm so sorry to have scared you. I didn't mean to.
She looks really embarrassed, and she says, "No, it's no trouble," and she makes a hasty exit. As she makes a hasty exit, I want you to roll a D100, please.
Oh.
And tell me the result.
56.
56. Interesting. Hold on. As she leaves, you see all these like spears and this other kind of weapon rack all kind of fallen over. But there's a curious iron sphere that has been left on the floor behind her.
Have a look at that.
Yeah, it's a rusty iron sphere that measures 3 inches in diameter and weighs roughly about a pound. I'm not going to make you make a check because, as a purveyor of magical items, you would get a strong sense that this may be a magical item.
Can I use my feet to cast Identify on it?
You can. These are iron bands of Belaro.
Okay. Shall I share it?
If you want to.
My D&D Beyond is being really slow. Add. Please.
It's like floating iron concentric circles which can trap things in them as they move through the air. Any huge or smaller creature.
Whoa.
Is that manners from Critical Role? Percy's item, is it?
I don't know. Maybe.
Sounds similar.
Cool.
So yeah, in with all of the other spears.
That is cool and something we don't want to kill, maybe.
Yeah.
Really good.
And doesn't need attunement.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Red and Tilly have gone outside.
Yeah, I showed Red the ring. Not being sure if it's okay to pick it up. I'll just point at it.
Yeah, it's still on the finger of one of the Mariliths.
Well, I don't mind. I'm not that queasy. I could take a dagger and just cut the finger off. I don't really want to touch this. Well, in order to identify it, I need to touch it.
Mm-hmm.
But could I make an educated guess at whether it seems like it might be immediately harmful if I were to touch it?
I'll give you an Arcana check at disadvantage.
At least a little. 20?
Nice.
This doesn't look immediately harmful.
And I'll go ahead and take about 11 minutes to identify the ritual. Okay.
Sure. My D&D Beyond's been really slow now. Here we go. When you identify it, this is something called a carrion ring. Carrion, Carrion, carrion ring.
Will that show up if I search in equipment?
It should do. If you have homebrew enabled.
Yes. See if I can get the description.
The ring was found within. Was found blooming within petals of a corpse flower, which is known to attract giant fire beetles. While attuned to this ring, you can use an action to summon a swarm of 1d6 giant fire beetles. They're not charmed by you and appear within 5 feet. Whenever you summon beetles in this way, you are surrounded by the faint scent of rotting meat and cannot summon any beetles for the next hour.
Oh, well, this is all you, Tilly. Like you've already gotten in. You've already like socialized with these creatures to a degree, and I ain't speaking to them. That's for sure. I'll just flick you I'll just toss you the ring.
Okay, yeah, I'll take it. Thanks, Red. Thanks for. Does this ring smell or?
Tilly vegetarian.
Yeah, don't mention it. I don't want to smell like that.
Thanks. Let me just stay outside for a second and admire the beauty. I'll be right back there with you. Are people there hungry? You think?
Yeah, I think so. Shaken up. I mean, they don't seem like they're poor here, but yeah, maybe they'll need some supplies. But just before I leave you out here for a minute, maybe you can help me take in one of these bodies. I want to see if are we able to pick a body from one of the humanoid creatures? So ideally one of the cultist ones that were basically human but taken over, right?
If you walk back over to the bridge, they were cloaked. These cultist creatures. So you can make a medicine check to try and discern a bit more about them now that they're dead.
Can I give Red help, or
Yeah,
do you
or
want me
if,
to
if
roll?
you could do it, Tilly, and I could help you maybe, or...
Sure. Let's do that.
One of you gets advantage. That's fine.
Ooh.
Oh, with a 27 medicine, a close inspection of their features. You would initially, most people would think these people were elven, but you guys have got experience with people who look a bit elven, but are maybe not quite elven, and thus you find that all of these are Yuan-Ti, very similar to how Jacob looked, with scales and sharp bits in all the right places.
Hold on, Red. I'm going to take out the book of evaluations and flip through a few pages. I'm getting better and better in these. I think there's something here that can... And she casts a spell. And she creates a floating disc. And she goes, put whatever you want on it.
Hey, now we're talking. So
And we'll carry it back in.
yeah. So we'll hoist up one of these bodies then. I'm thinking that we can, we might be able to do some magics. We might be able to investigate further. This guy right here, he could tell us a hell of a lot more than he was going to tell us while he was still alive after he's dead. Let's see what we can find out.
Maybe let's find a room away from others. It might get freaky.
Yeah, if there was ever a time I get a bit queasy, then it's now. So
sure.
Okay, so you go it back in. I assume leaving the floating disc outside, and you see that a few of these elves are quite hungry. There's a lot of people worried. There's a little bit of furore has been whipped up as Anazi remains separated from the rest of the kind of populace. But when you all reconvene, Anazi addresses you all. Thank you for tending to my people's wounds and allaying what fears you're able to. The money that I was to send to the White Stag Fortress pales in comparison to the debt I've incurred by your graces this day. We should re-prepare, equip ourselves to go on the offensive, and hopefully, before we decide to depart, my knights will return.
Oh, that's great.
While you were all busy, I was successful in scrying upon one of them, Sir Eloran, unmatched hunter with a bow, seems to have subdued a clutch of these cultists and is dragging them chained on horseback in this direction. I imagine he'll be here before the morning. It doesn't look like he has his entire company intact. So I bid you help me reinforce these defenses for the rest of today. And once the knights are here to replace us, we can make our way towards the Twin Cities.
there is something I can help you with to defend this land, but it requires expensive components for use of its magics. I'll explain to Anazi that I'm able to cast Forbiddance, but that is something like 1,000 gold's worth of something. It requires sprinkling of holy water, rare incense, and powdered ruby worth at least 1,000 gold. So it's expensive, but I'll explain to her how I can use this spell if she can fund it.
Powdered ruby, and she leans over to her advisor, who kind of whispers down into her ear. There's a tax collector's office that where there's a safe, various contrabands and fineries. It's just across the other side of the bastion, maybe less than 1,000 feet from here, 1 kilometer nearly. If someone could get there without attracting too much attention, perhaps they could bring it back. Nain stands up at that point. And with a flourish of a dagger, she pockets one and pulls a snood up. She goes over to the advisor, who points out on a local map where the location is, and prepares to make an exit.
Very cool.
She comes over to Tisha, kind of with a short bow over her shoulder, and kind of kneels down by the chair. This place almost feels like home.
Do you?
Just so many elves in one place, you know.
Yeah. You'll be okay?
She doesn't respond, tilts her head and winks before she stands up. Do you want to come with?
Sure. Sisters. Team sisters.
With that, she hands you a potion and says, "Drink this with me. We'll go now."
What is it?
She doesn't answer you again and just smiles.
Oh, yeah. She drinks the potion.
You drink it. You feel no different, but as you see, this large beaker, Nain drinks the other half, and just as she takes the glass away from her lips, she disappears. Those of you in the room notice that Tisha and Nain both disappear, having drunk a potion of invisibility. And you just feel Nain take you by the hand and pull you towards the window ledge where the Valindra was looking out of earlier, and you feel the weight of Nain's presence in front of you lifted as she jumps out the window.
Follow suit.
I'd like you to make an acrobatics check.
Yeah. Sure.
What is happening?
I pressed that. Try that again.
Yeah, I think D&D Beyond is just being a bit slow. Oh, a crit acrobatics. Cool. You float down. You're only on the first floor, but it kind of goes down a bit further than you expect. As you are falling, your cloak just naturally kind of glides open and breaks your fall a little bit. You feel the resistance as your feet kind of touch down gently onto the grass, and you follow Nain's footsteps ahead of you. You can make a stealth check at advantage.
I guess I've still got like Blood Ward up and stuff, and Crown of Stars as well, right?
How long do these last? These spells?
A minute for Blood Ward.
Then that's not up anymore.
Crown of Stars is probably the same. Oh, an hour.
An hour. Probably just up still. Just because you cast it right at the end of the combat, didn't you? Okay, so you guys together dart from tree to tree as you try and get to the furthest boundary of Quenya Nelde. You feel at different points Nain kind of pull you in close. You can feel the heat of her skin and breath close to you. As suddenly you are reminded of times when you used to go and play hide and seek in the woods together back on Ainelian. A chance to relive your childlike games and history together. I'd just like you to make a perception check. With a 14, you can hear kind of sounds like whinnying.
Whinnying.
Mm-hmm.
Like a horse?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Maybe a horse in distress nearby.
Oh. Wait. Do you hear that? Nain?
Shh. Yes, it's just a horse.
Horse in distress.
We don't have time.
We might.
Who knows what could be out there?
But we've got to go see, haven't we? Can't leave a horse in distress, can we?
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
We've got a ways to go. If we see something, maybe we can stop, but I'm not chasing after random noises in the woods. Could be anything. Could be a witch.
Well, I think that's more case for us to find out and avoid. But maybe we'll... on the way back.
She's the DC is quite low. You're her little sister. You can make a survival check if you want. See if you can see where to go.
Survival. 18.
With an 18, you can see the perimeter of a paddock where the fence has been kind of bust through, and you can see deep horse hoof prints going eastward into a brook. The depth of the horse prints means that this is probably a stallion that was going real fast.
We need to
She
go.
says, listen, the tax office is just ahead.
Okay.
Do you want to split up or do you want to go together?
Together. Both things. We've got
Fine.
time.
But this horse better be in some serious distress.
Well, you might have to put it out of its distress.
You're doing that. I'm not doing it.
But you're the older sister.
Yeah, you do blood magic now. Distress is your whole thing.
I try not to kill animals.
Shh.
Okay.
And having picked out the tracks you can lead Nain on, you go a little bit off the beaten track, but sure enough, when you find this little brook, this tiny little stream that is just creeping through the undergrowth, and as you kind of push back some foliage, you come to a small opening. It looks like some kind of painting. This opening, clearing in the forest, is surrounded by like exotic looking plants, beautiful creeping vines flowering in all kinds of yellows, purples, reds, and blues. A kind of like silvery looking spider's web with still got like kind of dew and mist over the top. Little kind of what are they called? I can't remember. Snowdrops, yeah, little snowdrops, kind of in the grass, and this beautiful white stallion that is kind of like almost like scraping at the ground with one of its hooves, drinking from the brook, but looks kind of really distressed. Its ears are flicking all over the place. And it doesn't see, obviously, either of you, although you're not sure whether it senses you or not.
Can we see from what's causing it distress? Is it injured in any way?
You can't see anything from where you are. No injury. In fact, the horse looks in really good condition. The distress seems psychological.
Ooh. Can Tisha, can I do like a check on whether like this is actually a horse? Or is it, I don't know, a secret human in a horse? I don't
know. Do you have a spell, or do you have you have true sight, right?
Do I?
True sight?
No, I did have.
Oh, that was
dark
Giselle,
vision.
wasn't it?
Yeah. What have I got? Nothing. I just have a set of eyes and a sense. I don't
know. Then Nain nudges you. Go ahead, princess. You were always really good at this back on Ainelian. And she says sarcastically. She wants you to just go and handle the animal.
Oh, animal handling check.
Uh-huh.
15.
With a 15, you approach it quietly. Hold on 1 second.
And invisibly.
Yeah, hold on. You approach it invisibly, and you kind of utter some soothing elvish words that you would have taught when you were kind of coming of age, kind of, stable handling for a princess is actually just more like a rite of passage.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you're doing, and with a 15, you actually do it pretty successfully. And this horse seems to stop kind of swishing its tail and stop whinnying, and it intuitively like leans into your kind of warm embrace, and as you stroke it a couple of times, it seems to calm down.
Causing you distress, horse.
Do you?
No.
You can't speak with animals without a spell or anything like that.
No. I think I would say it though as Tisha. Mm-hmm. What is it? What is it? Well, Nain, I think we've got a horse now. We're gonna have to take. Yeah, great.
Perfect for breaking into a safe.
Well, that's the second part of this adventure, right? I think this horse might be useful for us for travelling. Right, horse? What's your name? If we can get this horse back to Tilly, Tilly can talk to the horse.
It just kind of swishes its tail. Like, well, if we could ride it, maybe that'll get us back without delay.
Yeah, unless anybody traps the horse and sees the horse without us on it, because we're invisible.
Do you want to take the horse back and I'll go ahead to the safe?
Yes, I do.
Fine.
Will you be okay?
I'll be fine.
Okay. You're on the mission for ruby powder or something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'll go back quietly with my new friend.
Okay. You, with that animal handling check before, you ride the horse back towards Quenya Nelde Manor, and Nain goes off in the opposite direction. You approach the manor house on horseback, but obviously you're still invisible, and thus, what's her name? Valindra comes running out and embraces the horse, and then touches your leg accidentally.
Ooh.
Hey, who is this?
Oh, it's Tisha. You might have seen me earlier. I'm sorry, I'm invisible. You can't see me.
Hold on. You rescued him.
Yeah.
Stormfoot.
Stormfoot. What a great name, as Tisha strokes from on top. Yeah, there was some distress. Found her, in a meadow. Him. Yeah.
Oh, Stormfoot is one of my most graceful and powerful horses. I'm so glad that you returned him dear to me. I'll take them to the stables just by the side of the manor house. Come on, boy. Thank you.
That's okay. Tisha jumps off and pats her on the shoulder and pats the horse.
Yeah. A little bit disorientated. She doesn't quite know where these pats are coming from, but she's appreciative nonetheless.
Okay.
And you return together into this kind of drawing room cum war room. I will say, just for the purposes of brevity, it won't be long until your invisibility potion wears off.
Okay. I would probably
You've probably been
inform
gone for
Freddie.
an hour.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fine. If I am still invisible, I'll probably just turn up behind him and go, I'm here, but you can't see me.
Freddie,
has a heart attack.
Yeah, jumps out of his skin.
No.
Where did you? Was that you on that horse?
Yeah.
I could tell it. Someone was riding it, but I couldn't see anyone.
Well, Nain gave me this potion because we were meant to go for a look for ruby dust, but I've left her to it and rescued the horse. I feel quite successful for a day, to be honest. But I don't know how long this wears off. So, but I'm here. What's going on here?
It shouldn't last more than an hour in total. I don't know. We're all just going to put our heads together, I think, and try and reinforce this place, or I don't know. I'm getting quite itchy being here. Not exactly, not exactly many components or resources. No healing potions. Just loads of plants.
Well, that's good for Tilly can do stuff with that. And also we need to rest, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, where is everyone?
I think everyone's back, still in the same room.
Yeah, I suppose. Can can you remind me in terms of like time of day? We came here in the morning, right? So we.
Yeah, it's let's say it's like after lunch now.
Okay, so we could still have some time before we bed for the night, and then yeah. So Red, you have something you can do to help them, but that will require the ruby, right? Hopefully, Nain can bring that.
Yeah. This is just above the table, like more details about how this spell works, but it's actually
That's
good.
the spell used in Crystal Spear, right?
It is, yeah. Now, you know how it says in spell components cost, it says like, here's the material cost which the spell consumes. If it consumes it says that. I'm checking my other spells. On this one, it actually doesn't say that, but it does say that if you cast it every day for 30 days, then on that last casting, then it uses the material components. But so what I'd actually like to do, if possible, is like, I want to, you know how I can write rituals into my book. Like, I want to give that opportunity to Anazi. I want to teach her and equip her so that she can cast the spell and protect this place while we're away. That's my idea. Like,
but the only problem is, I think she proposed that she's coming with us at North.
You don't have to stay, and you can cast it in 20 minutes, and you can transcribe a spell in like, you know, an afternoon or whatever it is, depending on the level. But yeah, just I was reading into it, it just got me thinking that like that's how I'd like to do it. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah, if she doesn't cast it personally, she could get someone to cast it, presumably. But yeah. So is there a maximum number of ritual spells you can transcribe into your book, or is it just any ritual spell?
Not for me. I don't know how that works for different classes and stuff. In my description, it doesn't give me any limit apart from it requires materials and stuff.
So we're effectively going to try and make a spell scroll of this spell.
Sure, yeah, or however it would work. So I'll put the description there. So I've actually got some components. I've got a couple worth of components myself, so I can cast it. But like I say, in this case, I really want to equip them with the power to defend themselves.
Okay, so let's follow the like spell transcribing rules of the game.
Yeah,
if you're going to equip somebody else.
It's 6th level, so it might be quite a while.
Quite expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what, 6 hours maybe?
Possibly.
Good. These rule books are so well organized. So is it Players? I think it's Dungeon Master's Guide, but it might be Player's Handbook.
Maybe in the wizard part, yeah.
I'll just Google it. Yeah. You have to make an Arcana check equal to 10 plus the spell's level.
Okay, so 16 Arcana check. 20.
Good. For each level of the spell, the process takes 2 hours and costs 50 gold pieces per each level.
Okay, so... Okay. Respectfully, can they fund the financial element?
Yes, if you're willing to invest the time, they will foot the bill.
If that could be for me, like this, we've got the full day and the long rest, then
yeah, it'll take you to probably just after midnight.
We'll have a late morning.
Yeah. As you sit there in the drawing room, beginning to write out the necessary incantations for the Forbidden Scroll, Freddie comes past. And you can sense him kind of hovering over your shoulder as you're writing.
Hey, if you want to take notes, I won't tell anybody.
No. I'm just never seen methodology like that before.
Yeah, I write in cursive. Like, come on, just shoo, wizard.
Shoo, wizard. I like it.
Okay, so that's going to be read out, basically eating at the desk and not be able to do much socializing for the rest of the day.
I think I will put myself out as well by trying to help them. First of all, I'm going to use my remaining first level spell slots, 3 of them, to create 30 good berries and pass them around to all the people that are inside. It provides 1 hit point and a nourishment for a grown adult for a full day.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll create those and just, give them to people, however many people there is. So, like, there's nobody hungry. That's what Tilly's thing is.
Mm-hmm.
So that should only take me a very short while. And then I'm going to say that I'm going to try to help them with defense using this spell that I've never used, but I need an agate for, which I have gotten. Do you remember? A million years ago where we went hunting for agates. I'm going to go outside and find a nice chunky tree.
Plenty of those.
Really nice chunky tree. Before I do my thing, I'll take out the ring of carrion that I just got, sort of put it in my open palm and just look at it. And then sort of look around and like, what will you give me for it?
Are you trying to summon Parthazanasax?
Yeah. Like, he's always around, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like...
make a persuasion check.
Holding this ring. $16.
I don't think it's worth more than 50 gold.
Right, of course. Here's what I want. Next time we're in big trouble like this, instead of just watching, help. All right? And this is yours. Deal? Because if we have you around and they're gonna trust you, you're gonna need to chip in this whole process, or it's not gonna work.
I'll help in whatever way I can.
All right. That's all I want. And I flick it in the
air. It stops in midair, and the finger materializes as these kind of leering, impish eyes stare back at you, and a incredulous smile appears over his face as he then flutters up to a tree branch and picks like a nice looking kind of bloom out from a tree branch and then sniffs it and then goes, disgusting.
Everything is backwards. Okay, now I'm going to be casting a spell for 8 hours. Keep an eye on me, and just warn me if anything's happening. And I'm going to sit and I'm going to take out my staff, and using 5 charges from it, I'm going to spend 8 hours casting Awaken on the tree.
Cool.
Using this agate that I got, which goes inside the tree as its central magical thing, and I want to create an awakened tree.
Mm-hmm. Cool. During that time, Freddie is going to come over to you, Mia. Well, how do you think that battle went?
Oh, it was hard. It was scary. It makes me want to turn back.
Yeah. Well, in terms of like the number of Mariliths, that was like a scouting party. That wasn't even like a full force. I realised, although we got here in time, we could have made better preparation.
Right.
We need, if we were armed with some of the poison that I took to Vudra, those things, they wouldn't have stood up for half as long.
How do we get that?
Well, I know the recipe.
Okay.
I'm not a skilled alchemist, but at least we could gather the components until he comes back, or someone with alchemy, proficiency can help us out.
Tilly will be able to help you, I'm sure.
Yeah, where did she go?
I don't know. Everyone's so busy. I understand why. Feels like we've not had a minute to just talk to each other for a while.
Well, maybe I'll just give you this list of components and you can talk to the others.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Nope. You don't seem that way.
I guess I didn't envisage getting to Shabak and then having to try and save the world straight away.
Mm-hmm. Seems like you two are doing all right given the circumstances.
I don't want to second guess anything. I'm just glad she's here. I feel better that she's here. Bear with me. Okay. Enough of that. Have you got a quill?
Me? Sure. What do you need?
Okay.
I use my
We
finger.
need to go back out to those bodies and drain as much blood as we can from them.
Okay.
We need at least a quart of Marilith blood.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
We also need nightshade, viper bloom flowers. We can't harvest those viper bloom flowers until the moon is out, though. We need some fey cup mushrooms, which I'm sure I saw some.
Okay.
We also need, and he kind of looks really awkward at this bit. We need the blood of a draconic creature.
Oh. No.
And then also we need fire beetle ichor.
Sounds hard.
It's a really difficult poison to create. But I promise you, the next battle, we don't break a sweat with this stuff.
That would create a substantial amount.
Well, the more we can harvest, the more we can create.
Okay. So we just go out and we just drain some Marilith blood. We can do that. That's fine.
Perhaps you and I can. Either a healer's kit or alchemy tools.
Help with that.
You can or you can't.
So.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
I would be very. Mia does not have a healer's kit in her inventory. So maybe we need Tilly.
Tilly, where did she go?
I don't know.
Maybe we could find a healer's kit and one of us try this ourselves. Maybe you could get permission from Anazi to take a look around?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anazi points out that there may be one in like the pantry on the other side of the building. I'll give you an investigation check at advantage.
Oh God, still not great. $18.
Yeah. Sure enough, reaching into the top shelf of a small pantry before the kitchen, you find a healer's kit.
Okay.
Okay.
I go back to Freddy. Got it.
Well, let's do it.
Okay.
You go out to the heavily impacted corpse of the Marilith just 40 feet outside the front door. Its eyes have rolled back into its head. One of its fingers is cut off, and it has various other wounds, both magical and mundane. He kind of rolls up his sleeves.
I do the same.
Let's see what we can do. Now, you don't have healer's kit proficiency, do you? Or healer's tools proficiency?
No.
Okay. So you're going to make a tools check, which is a dexterity plus proficiency bonus. And Freddy is going to take the help action to give you advantage.
Okay, so it's this plus 6 or 15.
15. Roll me a d6 minus 1.
4.
4. You actually managed to drain 4 quarts of blood, which will be, once distilled and prepared, will be enough of this particular component for 4 vials of this particular poison.
Okay.
There are 2 other Mariliths you can attempt to drain.
Yeah?
Sure. Freddy seems to have some spare vials. So you can make another tools check as you cross the bridge and go over to the central podium.
That's a 16.
Okay, just roll me a d6. There's no minus to this one.
4.
Another 4. So
And again?
Freddy stands up to the last one. It's like, doing pretty well. Do we want to go for the hat trick?
It's just practice makes perfect, right?
Sure. Another tools check.
Ugh. 11.
11. Roll me a d4 minus 1.
Yeah. Oh, nothing.
Yeah, you try and bleed the last one, but all that comes out of it is like black ichor and pus. You can't quite tap it well enough.
Okay. As we walk back to the building, Mia will say, Freddie, I want to tell you something, and I want you to tell the others. Because I don't want to.
You want me to tell the others? What? Okay.
I was going to tell you. When we were in Zargrandula, my mother told me that she wasn't really my mother. That I am the daughter of someone else. And that a wish was made that made me end up in Zargrandula. And in fact, I wasn't born like this. I was born half elf. And the wish made me look like this. And I don't have...
Very faint.
No. Come on. No. You have to be able to cope with this. I didn't faint. You can't faint.
You make a medicine check.
Okay. 27.
Oh yeah, you stop him from going down as he just... Maybe it was all the blood draining that he just seems a bit pale and a bit weak. What? Mia, Oh gosh, that's why she didn't help. Well, I went all the way to Zargrandula to get your mum's help, and she's not even your real mum.
No, but she loves me. She does. She loves me, but and she is my mum, but she's just not my biological mother.
Oh, I understand.
But everyone's been so busy since it happened, and we've been so busy, and they have to know. But maybe it's the last bit that they maybe have to know the most. And I'm happy to talk to people once they know it, but maybe it should just come from you. And the person that was my mum is my mum. Maybe my mum is Alasra Silverhand. I don't know if that name means anything to you, but apparently that's her. She didn't want anything to do with me. Do you know who that is?
You're kidding, right?
No, I'm not. She told me last night.
Mia, I'm glad that you told me. I don't know, maybe the shock of it has just... maybe it's this part of stuff is in a different part of your brain. But you know the legend of the Seven Sisters, right?
Yeah. I know who Alasra Silverhand is.
Well, then you know that means you're like...
You don't have to say that. It's okay. I've not said that, so you don't have to say that.
But what it... Do you know what this...
I know. I know what it means. But I also don't know what it means. I haven't really come to terms with it, and I need to talk to everyone about it. But I'd rather not do this with everyone. I just hit you with it. I'm sorry. But you can tell Tisha. She's a very good PR woman. She can talk to everyone. And then we can all talk about it when we're not really busy fighting Mariliths and making poisons made out of Red's blood or whatever.
I still don't think that nor Tisha, and you are right, Tisha is better at this kind of thing than I am.
Yeah.
But she's got her own parentage to worry about and her own lineages to try and untangle. This is huge, and you're a high priestess of Mystra, and I think that actually, whatever you're worrying about telling people, the more you think about it, the more it makes sense. I don't think it's anything to shy away from. I think it'll just confirm what everybody already knows, Mia, and that you're special.
No, but I don't want to burden you with this. I wanted to tell one person. Could have been someone else tonight, but in the end, we hung out, draining Marilith's blood. That's fine.
It's not how I envisaged spending this evening, but maybe it's better than the Marilith draining our blood.
Yeah. There's so much going on, and I don't want to make everything that's going on anything to do with being about me, but it also feels selfish to proceed with things without people knowing what's going on with me. Everyone has been so open so far, but this is nothing to do with me. I'm just helping. But this affects things, I think. This helps us make informed decisions. I don't know what those informed decisions are. Obviously, we're not going to go and talk to Alasa or anything crazy like that, but
would you want everybody to know?
Yeah.
You just don't want to look them in the eye when you're telling them?
It's just that I don't want to make a big announcement. I wanted to have a conversation with a person. One person. And I'm sorry it was you.
No.
You won the lottery.
With that, when you finish that work, he comes up to you. And he stands almost a bit too close to where his intentions have become a bit unclear. And he whispers what you would know to be an arcane incantation, and he places his thumb and forefinger to your temple. And he pulls out a strand of light. That last thought. It's now in here. They're your own words. Everything you said, you just wanted to have a conversation. You felt selfish. You didn't want to make a big deal out of it, but you want people to know. I'll make sure everybody gets it.
Thanks. I'm sorry, thanks. And then we can talk about it. I just don't want it to be a huge bombshell. Because it really...
Okay, wait. I can't do another one. I understand.
I didn't sleep last night.
Me neither. It was really weird. I was in the room next to Tilly, and there was it sounded some like really weird snoring.
Oh.
I didn't know she was a snorer.
Maybe if your soul is gone, makes you snore more. Giselle was a big snorer.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could be that. I don't know.
Well, I'm glad we had this chat, me.
Me too.
He leans in and he gives you a hug. And he says, would you feel better or worse if your mother, instead of being a deceased daughter of Mystra,
Oh,
It was a very much not deceased succubus demon.
There's an extra thing to this. Maybe is that she's not dead. Nope.
Alastra Silverhand's not dead.
Yeah, she's on the CCC along with your father.
And then he faints.
I like how every time we tell Freddy that his dad is alive, he's like, nope, bye.
Very good. So, eventually, the rest of we can kind of fast forward the next few hours if you want. Night comes down. I don't know, kind of like a communal hog roast is fired up in the manor house. As well as stuff for vegetarians and vegans. I don't know what, my brain's run out. Obviously, Tilly and Red have been indisposed. Tisha has returned, but Nain has not.
Oh no. I think Tisha would have been waiting for it to return. Well, then Tisha is going to whoever's nearest to her. She will say, "Nain's not returned, and I'm a little bit worried."
It would probably be Mia.
Mia.
What was she out for? What was she looking for?
Hunting for ruby dust.
We could scry on her.
Okay.
There is a potion I want to make that requires some flowers that bloom at nighttime anyway, so we could scry on her and see where she is and maybe, I don't want to say kill two birds with one stone, but
Yeah. No, I am wanting to go out there now, so yes. See if you can find her.
Let me just check what I currently have. Yeah, I just have to cast scry the good old-fashioned way. Oh my god, do I even have it? Maybe not.
Not prepared it today?
Not prepared it today, and don't have the lantern attuned.
Wah.
Wah, wah. I'll cast sending then.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Say, Nain, it's me. Where are you? We're going to come out and look for you. Tell us that you're safe.
A few seconds go by. I'm safe. I got the stuff. But I've been on the trail. You guys are going to want to brace yourselves. There's some elves are coming back with some prisoners. I thought I would stay back. And with that, as soon as Nain's voice leaves your mind, the clomping of horse hooves on stone, maybe 2 or 3 horses at the most, maybe 2 horses, are drowned out by the barking of ruthless instructions to people who are being transported. You can hear the clanking of chains outside alongside the horse hooves. This would I'm going to say temporarily interrupt whatever spellcasting was going on. Pause it, not stop it, if you see what I mean. But yeah, some people are kind of summoned to the front of the manor where the horses seem to slow to a halt. Do you all go?
Yeah.
Anazi goes out with you, and she immediately hails the lead knight. Cerulea, your return is most welcome. Although your company isn't complete. Cerulea takes off his helmet, and you see this knight wearing full plate, really polished silver armor with gold and blue heraldry in the form of a crescent moon, and a gold and blue shield. As he takes his helmet off, this elf clearly commands a senior station, but for an elf looks like middle-aged, maybe a little bit older. Real strong chin. Those of you who know elves know that this elf is 500 years old at the most, at the least. His shield has a golden dragon on it. As he dismounts, he puts the shield on his back and he yanks the chain forward. While still speaking, he says, Lady Thalandra and Eldrin are all that remains of the company of the Golden Worm. However, we did our best to take as many prisoners as we could. And we seem to have snagged ourselves a couple of birds. Birds that'll start tweeting under closer inspection, I'm sure. And he yanks 3 people to the ground.
Mm.
One of them, Gilcrest. Another of them, an unknown elf. And the one at the back, Jacob. And we will end the session there.
No.
Thank you.
Oh boy.
Sick.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes, thank you for that. Sorry, I still feel a bit rusty after a couple of weeks off, but I'm glad we got the big combat out of the way.
No,
I got a little
good.
chance to RP.
Yeah.
Good.
So yeah, thank you all for joining us.
Yeah, we're usual next week, right? We're on normal schedule.
Yeah, normal
Yeah.
schedule next week. And then I think the next game after that is the live.
The
Oh,
life.
Oops, that's come round.
Whoops. Yeah.
Whoops.
So,
So we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Hello.